Hey true believers, Rick Hansen here. Hulkophile veteran and newbie to Comic Impact. So make sure you get those Smash Hansen rookie cards, because someday they might be worth something. This is your brand new segment that we'll be calling the Smash of the Month, where I will be bringing you the best darn thing that happened in or out of comics all of September. Any other month, this month would have gone right to a comic that I absolutely loved, Godzilla Rulers of Earth, which was by far and away the best single issue comic that I read all month long. But one item in September blew me away more than any other, and this is Jedi Academy by Jeffrey Brown, published by Scholastic, and absolutely worth every penny of its $12.99 cover price.
Jeffrey Brown is known mostly for his autobiographical comics, such as Clumsy and A Matter of Life, but he's also well known for some humor books, such as Cats Are Weird and The Incredible Change Bots. But recently, he's published Vader and Son and Vader's Little Princess, both licensed through Lucasfilm. Jedi Academy is the latest in that series and the only one in story format.
And shows you its characterization and its moral compass and its themes, completely loyal to the subject matter. Anyway, it's all about a young man named Roan who dreams of being a pilot like his dad, and then he gets heartbroken when he gets a rejection letter that says that he's not going to be going to pilot school, and he thinks, oh, I'm doomed to going to agricultural school here on Tatooine. It all starts off with him being, this farmer who, dreams of being a pilot, like a certain Jedi that we all know, but Roan's basically your everyman, and then he gets this letter that says that he's accepted into Jedi Academy. He's completely surprised. But he makes his way off to school. It's middle school, he's a young man, and he goes and he faces all the usual school problems, bullies, making friends, girls, impressing teachers, and he learns from these teachers that are all recognizable from Star Wars. You see one that looks like the Darth Maul character. You see there's a Wookiee who teaches gym class, and he even learns from Master Yoda. Now he gets the hang of most of his subjects, especially ones that require creativity, but he even pulls off ones with literature and math, and he's doing not too bad in school, mostly A's and B's, but he just can't get the one thing that all Jedis must master, and that is using the Force. So he spends most of the book trying to balance his studies with things like going on vacations to places like the Wookiee home planet, and learning how to make his own lightsaber. But he keeps dreaming of becoming a Jedi pilot, and even has a comic strip in the school newspaper called Ewok Pilot, which is actually pretty good, but as the school year continues, Roan has a whole host of anxieties, questions why he was picked for the Jedi schooling. He's way behind all of his peers. They've all been going there for years since they were little toddlers.
Here's a nice example of how Roan put in his journal thoughts about everyday experiences and even how he thought Master Yoda was going to be before he ever even came to Jedi Academy.
He deals with this by using his art. Posters he makes for the school election, dance decorations, and always the funny Ewok Pilot cartoon in the school newspaper. And you can see Jeffrey Brown, he puts a lot of himself into this character of Roan, and there's because of him being an artist and having his social his social awkwardness. And I also see a lot of myself in Roan in many ways. And most readers would probably find something about Roan to relate to as well. He seems like kind of like the everyman, like any of us if we just were placed into the Star Wars universe. Let's face it, we've all tried to use the Force at some point, most of us unsuccessfully. But so we can relate to that, but mostly the overall school experience, is something that all of us know. He is filled with questions. Why are these friends mad at me? Will studying, pay off, or am I going to flunk out next year? And how will I get the hang of the Force? does this teacher hate me? And if I flunk out of Jedi Academy, and am I going to be forced back to go to a mundane existence of Tatooine agricultural school? Most importantly, can this girl I'm dancing with tell how sweaty I am? The most important questions of life. And there's plenty of humor to go around in this book, especially for Star Wars fans. Everybody who's watched a Star Wars movie can see how different characters understand what beeping droids say and what Wookiees say, but Roan can't understand a single thing that they say. The audience doesn't know what they say, so we're all kind of in on the joke. He sees Yoda as this constantly giggling, clownish type character who's always dreaming about soup, which references what Yoda is doing in his hut during the movies. He's always preparing some sort of soupish stew type meal.
Master Yoda seems to be a pretty supportive instructor over at Jedi Academy, although it doesn't do much to lessen Roan's anxieties about not being able to use the Force. No matter how hard he tries, he just can't seem to catch up with his peers.
So the book comes out to be more or less a balance between Roan's journal and the comic book frames of his misadventures. So you get comic story and you get a lot of little very interesting pieces in and out of the whole book. But there's plenty of colorful characters representing familiar faces of the Star Wars universe. And there's just, there's only one black person in the whole story, just like in the movies. But by the time the book is over, you really see Roan come of age, even if it's only by a year. And it takes him that whole school year to decide whether he's going to reapply to pilot school or if he's going to return to Jedi Academy. And as soon as I was done reading Jedi Academy, I had a huge smile on my face. When it's presented well, the struggles, disappointments, and failures of Roan pale in comparison to his moment of triumph, and it just brings humanity and emotion, to a climax where Jeffrey Brown has this gift for taking everyday experiences and expressing them in ways that show how they are formative and important to our lives. And he does no differently in his autobiographical works as he does here. He does it very well. He clearly has a deep respect and love for the world of Star Wars. And if you want something that makes you really feel good by the time that you're done, while entertaining you and making you laugh throughout the whole process, pick up the hardcover of Jedi Academy by Jeffrey Brown from Scholastic, and enjoy. See you next time, fans, and until then, fare thee well.